the first to know Nsem-Pii TV.
Sir, Jebekaya and Che and Ghana Armed Forces at the Babetu, a just said, Sisia dear, one a beer, one apono at the Atoho, Timamuni Bia, or Pesse, or Babe some or my, which I said, obey sojani, not utimi a bois, a con emma or mine, obey to me about the forms. Now, what to me? Yayen Shishim, Yayen Shishim now be dear, a dead dear, and I said, so any pepper. Na afi yetimi afaw no ababe somo o my Ghana eho na yebehu se NDC amanyoko no e de ababe tu edwase age no a won e de atoso se opese obe sojani na age no e twetwe aso kakra because e come here say in favor NDC amanyoko no party full soldiers no enti ebe ya enka Ghana Armed Forces for mpanifo enye bibi emfamfa senior NDC amanyoko ni full soldiers ni bebre yebetimi apake omo ni ade won akwa guremu e wo Ghana Armed Forces na eno na Reverend Intim Fodwo e de ababe tu edwase eno so de won empene china se won ebe allow NDC amanyoko na watimi apake Ghana soldiers with NDC full soldiers a won nya 35 years nyina ekono NDC amanyoko ni se yemfa won enchim na de yenko tie Reverend Intim Fodwo.
So, what is your challenge with the recruitment exercises? Unionim your more mashibijum episode more the other ideas about money beauty.
Any ideas? And then no and then why gentle power your man power and no casa boko ideas. Some agenda are to swim with ideas. Such a backward and dangerous blunder. Agenda minimally for the small one. Now, me say video ba kubi amedia asani wo mebo
otie omukasani
oh metie omukasati wo mo radio mbibia
otie nchiremu wo de ba no
omuni nchiremu bia oman let's on a more serious note I must start by saying say Ghana Armed Forces me say wo mo hierarchy bibi na se ndimu a nye we fidi ara me babebo wo mochi. But in this particular matter you cannot fault a chief of defense staff or a COAS, chief of army staff, or chief of naval staff, or chief of staff, or chief of naval air staff. You won't mean blame Mubia because Omayo Mejumano fine. We share comprehensive, meticulous job. Omuye any advert Omone Babonte me I took the pain. And I assessed everything, every requirement, every criteria. Omuchi move section by section. Ebia womo the stated qualification. Ebi owa qualification omo biem emu go. Ebi so owa omo yirimu because adwuma na okoye no. Say we nya the requisite qualification. In some cases also say utumi nya 24 years. Baby almost 27. Na baby so also we crab to me or 30 crab to me babe. And a sound with the to world best practice in security recruitment standards are a tossum. Now so nam say be political agenda video be a nam President Mahama in campaign time where she had done no promise on NDC for more branch executives, more money about for Mako soldier, more money about for Mako police, more money about for Mako immigration, more money about for Mako prisons and all security services. And to when you crowd about the farm money, these were very dangerous promises. Our videos, no about the farm money, as if said, every slot in the security sector under the 4-year tenure of President Mahama, wa hedge SCD at the NDC for no problem. If you want to block entry into security services strictly for your party apparatchiks, no problem. You better come commercially, but you should be able to find enough of your party full soldiers when we are qualified and recruit them. If you are recruiting them and they meet the requirements, nobody will have comes with you. But
the basis, when at the wash the numbers of Beka, Majority Chief Whip and Member of Parliament for South Day.
Party full soldiers, the
Nelson
left 35.
Patrol. India. Nelson Dafiamakpo has declared his intention to initiate legal proceedings against the Ghana Armed Forces should it fail to revise current maximum age requirement for the recruitment. The lawmaker has maintained that medical fitness rather than age should serve as the determining factor for enlistment. It's your honorable in the way.
We media a journalist be or no or summarize it in a story and one out that dimension. But read the tweets. The film proposed on the X handle so. And
what does he say?
That tweet they say he has received he has received numerous calls from his party full soldiers in his constituency. Say age limits,
That's why he tweeted.
Yes, that's what he tweeted. If you go on his hand, that is what he tweeted. Say he has received numerous calls from his party foot soldiers. Say age limit, and into lifting 35 more beer into me in Rome, and they are disappointed in how age limit no one more setting. And now some judges so the very mu say left age limit no more beer 35 near 35 for in Rome. Ni nyina of tell the promise made by President Mahama. A agenda be no more ba chichire no. And this politicians there no or Baba system be their favor ne call for no penko fubi one or den now or body be shim no more gauge the public reaction into be a can no to panom their firm. But this one they must be notified that we shall resist every attempt to say woman they unqualified over age party full soldiers ever be Ghana Armed Forces.
But see reasoning. Yeah,
and I'm going to give you the reason.
Yeah, should be a when you should be a whole day medically. You can't
separate fitness from age. Age is a major factor of fitness. And fear wedding. Okay, Brana, what 20 years and you may be an to me and yes, so fitness is conterminous with age. Want to mean age in free any best practice, talk to any soldier, talk to any security expert around the world. When the country say country be anywhere in military no or person moye nkokra mrewa. Every military is a fighting force. So we mebunu about 85% of your battalion they must be within the ages of minimum 30 and maximum 30. About 85% because women are a fighting force. And you know we open agile people, flexible people, energetic people. Ono so no oye babunu no oye abrantie no oye aketesi antino oye ready to take risk oye ready to go at all length for the country on renachi it is what they call jungle what they call ekwano what they call akono what they call ensuum so onko chigalam say phone him say omukura tua he will go fearlessly so 1 year kra no okoda wa obeda wa adwuma no anso wanya na ba no bia ono oba be hye ni soja adwuma say what 35 now we 35 no training a wo edema 1 year ko soja mu no a lot of it no on to me a lot of it on to me because too strenuous for him if you are looking at non-tradesmen.
So you bet consider my opening be say obi hodma or 40 by the strength e crown no obi or 38 by the strength e crown no
so
obi or 41 by the strength e crown medically very fit and strong.
In military recruitment it's not just about the strength of crowd. It's about skill and age and other medical, fitness. That is why and even in time past, other people who are 35, who are 34, who are 33. Now say we are medical doctor, we are IT specialist, we are lawyer, we are engineer, we are cyber security specialist, we are media, who cross some specialist skills. I'm a Ghana Armed Forces. It me and so Mark Way senior officer because a Jumana Akwakoye a support service na Akwakoye. You are not going to be in direct combat. The likelihood you say obey in front line direct combat and you control room be and our control nyoma be and in no they make those exceptions and together that film and some judge and na be raise say you 35 for order that but a ban on non-tradesmen no we read here na dey call soldier enye wo doctor wo ye enye wo engineer wo ye enye wo nurse wo ye enye wo IT guru wo ye wo dey read here na dey wuram ndi say woni sa no dwuma bia na say read here na dey wuram dia say wo kobu young and some for your ma almost start train because training is what the mass any panel more than the other ma the on quiet in the radio no they quiet name any skills be no they bringing to bear, and that is the reason why America by 17 and a half years no master team recruit and to be remo ube di be 10 years American army mu now why is a way veteran we free moon now that's why brandy JD Vance their current vice president okudi soldier for almost 10 years and so free mu Krakow University and now I vice president and you know be free mu be we no what di be 10 years 15 years 20 years was say we free American soldier moon no that's a young person. What that tells you is that there are a larger portion of their people who are youthful. Obi ukokombizo na ya Ghana fu bi tumi ekoye soja America no when you ade or calling passport for the koye. It's another matter we don't want to talk about here. So that is not a good reference to make. But the mechanism is a standard practice for defense recruitment. Get majority of your people young. And you know, obe man start training na be drew be 15 years no. Na waye soja mranti adwuma na be penny or be sergeant or be warrant officer entino sabre no na ho den na ready mpo moa na or the experience no be direct control the troops and ne platoon adwuma, and that is how we do it. And be also sabre ya ka say who share adverts na Ghana Armed Forces for the buy na kasampo mu a they have a session for 30-year-olds and no bandsmen, equipment operators, and motor riders, other categories be a great technicians be near the crampono. You can apply with. So what at all do they want? Meanwhile, they are Ghana Armed Forces. Only 4,000 recruits. Only 4,000 in a country of mine. Your median age 21.3. And you know, so back Ghana, a population over 32 or so million, which half 15 million are younger than 21.3 years old, and 15 million so above that. And you know, so young men and women, juma. By the time could be a constituency, by the time I'll be same from 20, by the time we do 26 in the crown, I'll be young Pumanabroso. And you know, why are they doing this populist agenda to spoil, you know, friends?
These are suggestions to be considered.
No, you're bogu. And I'm saying, sir, now, looking at the political angle, no more banity. Niyem pese Ghana be kwa kwese Liberia. Oma you can see Liberia. During President Talbot's time, history tells us, or reforms be, so yentie grassroots. Now politicians no the more can ye abolish age limits no na for bia mewuram generals na want to am for say there be they dangerous a best say armed forces or anti and mbugu ye and we a politician and age bia pe bia whether you qualify or not and say sa omugu mu and none of them to start destabilize armed forces are Liberia anye papa biwa bepumune. Okay. We don't want to go.
Reverend, we are just about wrapping up. You know, baby on Galamsey effort by this current administration.
But before me wrap away, so me wrap away up. What the committee we have decided, and some of us leading strongly, is that the Ghana Armed Forces politician be ede omonsa begu omochi akọ force nkofu bi anya qualified egu omoso because omon kasa. Yeah, politicians they don't get involved. They are professionals. So we will institute a monitoring and audit mechanism. No. Yeah, they monitor every recruitment, not only in Ghana Armed Forces, in every security service. As ranking member, I will ensure that is done. And you monitor, I say, standards no one more advertising. Sa pepe and will be a woman funny be and ekura. We will audit it so that the integrity of the requirements will not be compromised. Near insulate the sanctity and competency of our security agencies from political abuse. And you know your base are monitoring and auditing.
If you've just joined us at PPJM Reverend.
Yes, a parlier to extend say a branch says you be scanning into me, a being atum, and then 21st, and one am Abana Dinkomo. 21st October, Yamudiabe, and Pie Puni boss release Emma.
At what point I was speaker first let him know Cassis Kent no Montibiba?
Onasa Sabia and Samudia, Memabahe, Sabe, certain no crabby or nam de tudja. No, yeah, however, near the day at the Sadia to a buying say, only Zisika and Franco Parliament. It's not only Parliament. NDC ministers, so more bars studio one back on Marco Samoa. And Kabin de Mikan, or Mancasa ministers now we NDC for the crowd. They are suffering. Releases are not going. Oko Ghana Armed Forces, their releases are not going. Immigration releases are not going. Fire service, prisons, things are not moving. And they are suffering. But won't make one once.
So by the letter, the speaker said, first one, reasons beyond his control. Why do you limit those reasons to financial reasons?
A woman I may country one. Only
more than the speaker.
Oh, I'm not speaking in particular reference to letter B. The Americans a parliament. You call recess. The breast soon says bam. The santum because from me
that's what you think.
New date, yeah, Abbey.
That's what you think.
That is what it is. Speak to any parliamentarian.
No, but that's what you think.
And all of us must speak up because see, Parliament no independent too. And a Parliament no, kwakwashemra. Mabebre was yes. Minoka say we are living in a country. No serious country will have their Minister for Defense, position vacant for over a month. But you can't appoint a Minister for Defense now. Why? Because Parliament is not in session. Uboli di cross Parliament never speaker receive approve refer the relevant committee, but Parliament is not in session, and so they are not able to even appoint a defense minister. Look at the rising insecurity in this country. Sampa yenuanom ewu. The AC on Kwanta, the AC of Benyiri are over 23,000 Korea refugees. 10,000 Burkina Faso, 13,000 refugees for Ivory Coast. What's in penny some Where pennies name? What's in penny some Ghana had? But consum yenkan me on the rising insecurity. Galamsey site almost site a 2 AK-47 a man for the militia for a bow more and who buy a womu Galamsey site forest mu in Sio Sonia de a blue water gas a mumra come and face us. Ubeko drugs, as she said, a whole sophisticated criminal, cartel in Galamsey. These are the kind of situation we are dealing with. Now, see, for over a month and a half, we shouldn't have a defense minister. Are we a serious country who takes our defense seriously? Look at all the security threats around us. In the Sahel, Niger, Mali, Burkina, DC or Ivory Coast. Look at the rising tensions in Togo. Please. We should get a little bit more serious in this country. And this is a day bambo did grow. Say Yamina boy and hoping Yamina may have some yentino, Yantu Bia Sakeke. A defense ministry, it is not education or sanitation or communication. And what I say bit to me, Eddie are trying a crack. Bambo. We need to be open to us. Say neighbor be measured so now. The finance minister himself has his hands full. It's the most sophisticated ministerial job. Because in some countries, economic planning and finance. Ahani akambum ba kwa manipa ba ko. Na so won hwe no so and san hwe defense so. How effective would that be? So please, let's take some serious decisions. And to know whatever is preventing them from releasing funds to Parliament and to me appoint a defense minister no. Yen ka ho asem no munye de se, no munye de fata.
I see. Enti dabe na mboko.
Nyame adom na se Yansa Sunday and 21st in the aircraft. So,
in the Mukona, Wakasa say, so I will be there into the map, Bossrewa, Geneba, Agora, and Wayne, and Unti Empire near, but we are only hoping against hope that we might just have some allocation at Bema to me be Parliament by 21st October. And we have to speak for the Speaker. You see, any party to know to me, but any time, no, can you see, but any party, so we understand him. He can't come out to say certain things, but somebody has to speak. I see.